What's good, y'all? It's your man Reese. Welcome to DripTalk, the place where we talk about everything fit. Today we're gonna be looking at a video from Jada Cheaves. Apparently, she thinks men aren't like men of old anymore. And all I gotta say is, I wonder why. Alright, we ain't gonna waste any time, y'all. Let's dive into it.
Like, do y'all feel like the value of women to guys have went down, or guys just don't, respect us, appreciate us how they used to back in the 80s and the 90s? Like, women control literally, because I can say this now, but I only say that because of status. Like, we making hella money just like these. But as far as a man literally worshiping the ground a woman walk on, it's kind of rare these days. We're running out of that. And it's kind of scary in society today. And I don't know, I might piss a lot of people off talking about this, but this is just conversations I be having with my friends. But guys don't appreciate us. I don't know what it is. This might be just something I talk about on maybe the first topic I talk about on my podcast, because I don't know, it's just a little weird these days. It's like we gotta fight for a spot in these lives, or they want to put, I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna save this for my podcast, because I know I got a podcast coming out here. We all about to be acting normal. I got a podcast coming. Stay tuned. But yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be the first topic I talk about, though, because it's real different out here. But we do run the world for sure. We control the world. I feel like the reason it's spinning. Women are taking over day by day. And that's just all I'm going to say for now. And
All right. I think we could all agree that was enough. We heard enough. So, apparently, Jada Cheaves thinks that women run the world. She thinks that women taking over. She think that men don't act like how they used to in the 80s and the 90s. It's just so many different things that she thinks. But the question is it true or not? You could think a lot of things in this life that we live in, good people. But we have to ask ourselves the question, is it really true or is it all cap? So I'm going to tell you guys what I think about this situation. We're going to have the discussion about this topic. All right. I think what she's saying is all cap. All right. There are men out here that will treat women like princesses and this and that. Most men will. But here's the issue. All right. Jada Cheaves, she's a successful online entrepreneur, whatever. She only wants guys on that level or above, mostly above. Therefore, she has to compete for the guys that she wants, because there's a small amount of guys in that bracket. She don't understand that, so what she go on the internet and she complain because she can't change the guy that she wants. You could get you a guy that work at Walmart, Wendy's, or whatever that will treat you good, but you don't want that. And that's the thing that they don't understand. Or they do understand about it, but they just want to continue to play games. It's all about status and all. They want it all. They want the status. They want the money. They want this and that. And another thing I wanted to bring up to light is, okay, you say men don't act like the men in the 80s and 90s. First of all, the 80s and 90s is not, the men in the 80s and 90s are not too different from the men now in 2022. I believe it's like probably the same issues women had with the men in the 80s and 90s. I think what she meant to say was most likely like the 50s and 60s. You could say that, but 80s and 90s, I think women were complaining about the same things that they complain about today. So she was off on the time. All right. What I wanted to say though, besides that, is you have to account to, okay, there are, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so we have to account that, okay, this is what I was going to say. So women, All right, a lot of women I hear complaining about men aren't like men of old anymore. You know, the protectors, providers, and this and that. But there could be an argument as well that women aren't like the women of old either. This woman, Jada Cheaves, she be on social media twerking and doing all this stuff. Women back in the days never used to do that. So we could go back and forth about like who not who in this day and age. But at the end of the day, are you making sure that you being the woman that you're supposed to be for a man? Or are you just sitting there having high expectations for the man that you want with not having any intention of reciprocating any value to that man's life? That's the thing that we really need to talk about. Because I hear a lot of ladies go around and saying they want a man this, that, a man that make money, have a certain height size, got a certain eggplant size. They say all this, and then they don't have nothing to offer to that man that they want. They just think that man should just be grateful for their presence, like they some type of god or something. And speaking of God, Miss Jada Cheaves thinks she's a god, saying the days of men worshiping the ground women walk on is slimming down and it's scary and all this thing. First of all, when did you become a god? Okay, last time I checked, you are a human being just like everybody else. Just because you got money don't make you more special. Okay, you're still a human being. All right, and this is the difference, man. You don't see men, even like the so-called toxic guys around here. You'll call them F-boys or whatever. You don't see them going around talking about women need to worship the ground I walk on and this. You don't hear men talking like that. It's only women talk like that. So that's just another thing. It's just like, y'all not God. Y'all human beings just like men are human beings too. And that's the thing. It's like, not all women, but some women, they see guys as like, they don't look at men as human beings. They look at them as utilities. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't look at guys like, okay, this is somebody I care about and love. He's another human being, so I'm a human being. Let me reciprocate value to him like he doing for me. They don't. It's just like a man. Women like Jada Cheaves. All right, I'm not saying this is everybody, but women like her. They look at guys as utilities. Like, oh, what can he do for me? What kind of Birkin bag he could buy for me? How big is his eggplant? This and that. How much money he got? All right. That's all they care about when it comes to men. They don't really care about building a meaningful, successful relationship with a man. All right. And all that stuff she was talking about of women running the world, we all know that's not true. All right. We know that's not true. Men are the ones that's doing the most dangerous jobs. Men are the ones that's out here keeping society running, making sure everybody's safe, Men are the ones that's mostly doing that. I'm not saying women don't do that either, but on a large scale, men are the ones that are keeping society going. Like, I'm talking about blue collar brothers. Shout out to y'all. I'm talking about the fire department, the police officers and the ambulance. You know, a lot of these jobs that mostly men do, men are the ones that's doing these jobs that's keeping the world running. Just because you got a little money, baby girl, that don't mean that you running nothing. All right, I bet if you would ask her, would you want to go do a trade or something, she'll be like, no, I'm too above that. That's what she would be like. So let's stop this whole girls taking over and running the world, because they basing that just because of money. It's not just because of money. It's about the things that you do for your community, the things that you do for other people. It's not just if you got money or not. This is just to show you how ignorant some of these women are. All right, so don't be like Jada Cheaves going on the internet talking all this rubbish. All right, because it is rubbish. It ain't nothing but rubbish. Okay, like this woman literally be on social media thotting it up, you know, shaking that thingy thing right there. All right, all she posting provocative photos and all this, and she wanted to talk about men ain't like men back in the 80s and 90s. Like, really? All right, this is where society has come to. And let's play into it a little bit. Let's say if men were acting the way she wants them to act. Let's say if they was. Let's just play devil's advocate. All right. Let's say if men were acting the way that she supposedly wants them to act. All right. And her being the way she is. How would that really turn out? Let's be honest. Let men and women that's watching this video, let's all be honest with ourselves. How would this turn out? How would it turn out if a man was so-called worshiping the ground that she was walking on and being over caring and this and that? No, how would that work out? And fellas, we all know this. Fellas, that us that got sense, we know this. We know how this will work out. Let me tell you, she would cheat on him, right? Oh, you know where I'm going with this. She gonna cheat, leave, and go back to the guy that's not doing none of that for her. All right, so I don't want to hear this. Oh, I want a man that is like this and that, because women like that, they don't even know how to love a good man. Women like Jada Cheaves, women like Ari, and all these rapper baby mamas and rapper girlfriends, and they don't know how to respect and love a good man. All they gonna do is take advantage of a good man. That's all they gonna do. And women like her, women that look up to them, women that look up to the city girls, that's what they gonna do. They gonna use you if you're a good man. All right, if you're a nice guy and all, they gonna use you, and they gonna deal with the other guy that's not putting in the same efforts you putting in. And that's just the bottom line, my good people. That's what it is. I ain't making this up. All right. So it's just like the biggest takeaway from this video is make sure you are what you're asking for. OK, if you want a traditional man, if you're a woman and you want a man that's more traditional, protect, provide this and that, pay all the bills, yada, yada, yada. You need to make sure that you bringing some traditional qualities to the table too. It can't just be him being traditional and you're being modern. That's not how it works. You're being a modern woman and he's being a traditional man. That's not gonna work. So it's just like, find what works for you out there. Like, cause some people, they're good with the modern relationship. Some people are good with the traditional relationship. Just find what works for you and run with that. All right, that's what it is, y'all. Because a lot of people, they just want to complain and this and that, and they want to ask for stuff that they don't even qualify for. And it's just like, make sure we're doing some self-evaluation before we go on the internet and complain about what the opposite gender ain't doing right or stuff like that. When a lot of modern women know that they not being what men want, so it's just like, what are we doing here? We're just going in circles. Instead of people putting in the work and changing themselves and becoming better people, we're just going in circles. And that's not helping anything. It need to be the men putting in the work, and it need to be the women putting in the work. And as both parties are putting in the work, we gonna get men coming around, and we're gonna get women coming around, and then they gonna meet at the middle like this, and then the relationship is going to build off a strong foundation because both parties did the work. Both parties, men and women. So, y'all, that's what I think about this. You know, Jada Cheaves is just like, yo, you Jada Cheaves don't got no right to complain about how dating is when she know good and damn well that she's not what most men would want to commit to and be a wife. Put a ring on it. Like, she rude, disrespectful. She talked down to men. Like, that whole video was her talking down to men, saying that we run the world and we making much money as y'all, and trying to make it like women are better than men, and it's not about that. So it's just like, yeah, what she's saying is all cap. You know, ladies that don't. I'll advise ladies out there, young girls especially, don't stop following them. Look up feminine women. All right, listen to women that are feminine, women that have good results in their life, women that make good decisions in their life. Look at those women. All right, stop looking at these city girls, these Megan Thee Stallions, these Cardi B's, and thinking that they role models, because they're not. All right, and look at women that are actually examples that's gonna help you get what you desire in life. All right, good people, that was the video for today. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. Leave a comment down below. All right, my good people, be sure to follow, all my social medias and all that. Be sure to my email. Look at my email. Look at my clothing brand information. Everything is in the description box down below. All the links and all that good stuff. All right. Until next time, y'all be easy. Y'all be breezy. Your man signing out. Yes, sir. You already know what it do. Peace.